This tutorial shows you how to color both the box plots and the data points in SPSS with, for example, the following result. As a starting point, I use the syntax from the video on Boxplots with data points, which I will now build on. I copy the syntax and extend it with the desired colors. To do this, it is necessary to define these colors within GGRAPH. Start with /colorCycle on a new line after /graphspec. /colorCycle is followed by the first color, color 1. A code consisting of 3 numbers is then entered in parentheses. This is the RGB code and stands for red, green and blue, which are mixed accordingly. In the description of the video, I've linked to a website that allows you to read RGB codes for predefined colors or mix them yourself. For example, my first color is a red tone, 178,34,34. Next comes color 2 and, within parentheses, a green tone, 85,107,47 is used. The basic concept should now be sufficiently clear. A separate color must be defined for each category for which a box plot is created. After you're finished defining your colors, a dot must be placed at the end of the /colorCycle line. In addition, in the line above, /graphspec in my case, the dot at the end must be removed. You should be able to see from the coloring of the syntax that it has worked. Now let's move on to the part of the syntax where the elements are colored. So far we have only defined colors, but not yet assigned them to elements. Speaking of elements, we have 2 lines here that start with element. The first line is for the box plots, the second line for the data points, as you can see in the already mentioned video. We now add a small code snippet to the end of both lines, separated by a comma, color.interior, and within parentheses, degree. Depending on the name of the group variable, degree is of course replaced accordingly. Please check again whether all parentheses have been closed. If you run the whole code, you will now get box plots with data points that are equally colored within categories, but different between categories. Since the legend on the right hand side is not necessary, you can simply remove it in the chart editor and the chart will also get slightly wider again. Of course, you can also adjust the width of the box plots and possibly also change the border color of your data points. In my example, I have made the boxes slightly wider and set the border color of the data points to white.